All right, you're live.
All right, everybody. Good morning. It's noon, lunchtime. Um, Welcome to the Bear Cave. Today we're going to try some. Got a recipe for keto biscuits and gravy. Um, Slightly different than what I'm used to doing. But we're trying to be a little more low carb, cutting out the white starches and stuff. So we're going to try this out and see how it works. Um, First things first, I want to say hello to Mama. Mama Bear is helping me out today, so that's awesome. Um, Slide over here. I'll say, give you an apology for the guy cutting grass across the street. They just decided today, right now, is a good time to do it. So let's get the apron on and get the fire hot. I got the oven heating up for the biscuits. I was going to do it on the grill, but the guy outside cutting grass would have killed the audio.
Duchies. So need this to be a master class.
Oh man! So I need to really take my time and do it right then, huh?
Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. So hello.
Rock on, my brothers. My brothers. You guys are awesome.
Let me just say I'm not sold on these biscuits.
Yeah.
Not at all. I haven't liked any of the batches. I'd rather not eat biscuits ever again than eat this version.
So this version, it does have.
Madwood Barbecue's here.
What's up, Terry? It does have cheese in it. So it's kind of like a cheddar biscuit, but
Pickles.
it's got the almond flour in it, and it just doesn't. I don't know. We're going to try this recipe out. It's slightly different than the one that I tried before, and we'll see what happens. I mean, the worst that happens is we eat it, we don't like it, and then we eat it anyway, and then we don't make it again.
We don't have to eat it again if we don't like it.
So we're getting the fire hot because for our gravy, we're going to do chorizo because that's what I had instead of regular sausage.
You're ruining this whole meal for me.
I'm sorry. Cheers. Let's just get into this before the wife leaves me. Because Mama Bear may leave in the middle of this live stream. That's how much she really doesn't like this. So, anyway, we're just using the Bear Lodge Wildlife Series skillet to get that hot, and then we'll get the chorizo going. So, in this, we got the oven heating up to 400 degrees, and we're going to mix in all the dry ingredients first. Then we'll add in the wet ingredients. So let's see what that entails.
Did you hear me say Pickles is here?
Oh, hey, Pickles.
Don't get me wrong. I like biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy. I do not like them when I know what they taste like, and they never taste right in this manner.
So this calls for a third cup of almond flour, which I think that might be the reason why you don't like it, that and the cheese. I don't know. The almond flour, a quarter teaspoon of baking powder. Now I was going to try to use pepper jack instead of cheddar.
We don't have any, I don't think.
Yeah, we do.
I do.
So
you want to make spicy biscuits.
Well, you didn't like the cheddar.
I don't think I'm going to like the other either, so I guess make whatever you want.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how this goes anyway.
And then salt and pepper calls for a quarter teaspoon of each. But I have my Bear blend. It's just really coarse black pepper and salt, 2-to-1 ratio. So we'll just eyeball that. That should be good. And then there it is. Look, I got a whisk. I got a real whisk.
How about Spam biscuits? I'm going to block you off of here, sir. Lep is here. Hey, congratulations, Lep, on your engagement.
What's up, Lep, my brother? How about them Bengals, man? Who day? I know he's going to be like, okay, I'm out of here. Lep's a Browns fan, big time.
Well, honestly, neither one of you are winning in that race.
No, we are. The Bengals are actually about to be in the playoffs.
They're not going to make it because they never
It doesn't
do.
matter.
Okay.
They made it. That's close. This is the closest we've been to the Super Bowl since, I don't know, Icky Woods. I know. Don't say anything. So now I have a quarter cup of melted unsalted butter. Pour that in. Then it calls for 4 eggs.
Your one camera's frozen. I don't know why.
The ones, it's all right.
It's okay. The one's still working. They can see what you're doing.
Ooh, we're getting hot there. So 4 eggs. So I don't know if anybody caught the Pitlifebbqpodcast last night. I don't know all you did, but
So let's see your icky shuffle. No, really. He's tried to teach it to his nephews. It's amazing.
well, I'll tell you what. If this turns out halfway decent, then you'll get it. So yeah, you might have to fast forward to the end later. Because if this recipe turns out good,
Pickles asks, "Are you mixing in a wash basin?" No, it's a great big mixing bowl. We got 2 of them from his dad.
They were
got them from
my grandmother.
Grandparents.
So his mom. It's just a big porcelain coated mixing bowl, and yeah, it's just awesome. You want pepper jack or you want mild cheddar? Pepper jack's not going to be spicy.
Well, I don't care.
Then it calls for 1 cup of shredded cheddar. We're going to try pepper jack because I have it.
Lee, how much did you put in?
About a cup.
Okay.
Yeah, about a cup.
You know, in baking, your measurements need to be a little more precise than sort of, kind of, about.
Yeah.
But more power. Sheena, keto board life, I said.
Well, good morning. She's new. We are trying something new for us in these keto biscuits and gravy.
Cookie and Stephen Jacqueline said my grandma had a couple of those enamel bowls. They're my favorite bowls to mix things in.
Whenever I make biscuits of any kind, it's in this bowl. Whenever I make coleslaw, it's in this bowl. Tater salad, I mean, anytime I'm fixing something good, mac and cheese, it's going in this bowl. I feel like I left something out, but I got everything in there. It says divide it into 6 and then put it in the oven. So that's what we're going to do. So I got it all mixed in. So let me slide this over to here. And then grab my spoon.
You know, you could probably use a measuring cup.
Oh yeah, good idea. I got one right here. So what I'm going to do is I got my large biscuit pan. We're going to set it right here on top so I can burn myself later. Grab my bacon grease. And then we're just going to coat this inside and out. I'm only going to do, it said cut it into 6. So I'm just going to coat 6 of them. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Kind of do the old Bob Ross, little happy trees. You know how I like to do it. A little happy tree, little rock sunning right here. Let's do a little rock.
Will you just coat those pans, please?
Sorry, Mama. Yep. So we had a good time last night on the old Pit Life Barbecue. You guys, if you haven't checked it out, check it out on YouTube, Facebook. It's pretty awesome. We Cubs and I enjoyed ourselves. Pretty big deal. Kind of like when I was on Man Meat BBQ. podcast a few years ago. That was awesome. We're doing means we're doing something good, I think. And the whole cooking chat thing, I don't know if anybody else is doing that kind of stuff on the old cubage. All right. Apologies for the guy mowing grass.
My goodness. I don't know why we're mowing grass. It's 40 degrees. I don't think it's really growing.
So here we go. It seems really runny.
I don't know.
But we'll see what happens. The last time I used a keto recipe, I ended up making pizzas out of the leftovers because the crust was real cheesy and it just didn't set well for me.
Sheena's Keto Board said, I'm glad you're doing this. I enjoy community.
What's that?
Sheena's Keto Board said, I'm glad you're doing this. I enjoy community.
Oh, well, I am glad you are here because we love having new people in the Bear Cave. And if you don't know anybody in here, please feel free to say hi. This group here is a wonderful, wonderful group, and they will give you a bunch of static, but it's okay because it's all fun and love. Okay. All right, Mama, will you put that in the oven for me?
How long?
15 to 20 minutes. I got a clock right here.
Well, I know you're going to miss that, so I will try.
No, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now Mama's going to put that in the oven. Now let's go ahead and get our chorizo in because our skillet is nice and hot. So let's get this little paper here off. Put that right there. Yeah, buddy. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Put that in there for right now because I'll need that in a minute. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. So, Sheena, is that her name? Sheena?
Yes.
You're new, so I will definitely check you out after this. But I am glad you're here. We like having new people.
Tom's food factory.
Hey, Tom, how you doing? I just found him on Instagram last night. All this time he's been on Instagram, I didn't even know it. Yeah. It was like I got on TikTok the other night, and I found Craig from behind the garage. I was like, dude, and he's got a whole slew of videos. And I was like, what? Oso's barbecue was on there. I was like, man, well, these guys from like Facebook got it. TikToks, I didn't even know it. So anyway, I ended up adding to my TikTok list, which is all right.
There's a new place in town I want to check out.
Huh?
There's a new place in town I want to check out.
Okay, what's it called?
The Common Market.
Oh, okay, I saw a post on that, yeah.
Yeah, it just opened. I'm never gonna have food, and it looked like they have healthy foods and healthy options, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It's right by the ice cream shop. Imagine that.
Well, that's a good spot for it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that going. Let's spin my recipe card around because I have the biscuit recipe or the gravy recipe on the back.
Pickle said Jared's on TikTok too.
Jared is? I'm going to have to find him.
That's just what it says. I don't know.
I'm going to have to find him now. I do like me some Frack Daddy. Jared's a good dude. Let's see. So we were on the podcast last night. What else has happened this week since Sunday?
The kids went back to school.
Yep. So Bear Cub went back yesterday, and Pay went back today.
Yes. Dutch
So-
is also on TikTok.
Yep, I got Dutchy on TikTok.
So yeah, last night was nice. They were both tired when they got home from just having a routine, and freedom of the holidays were over. So that was kind of nice. And Pay starts a new job on Thursday.
Not to speak up because I can't hear you over the guy.
I said Pay starts a new job on Thursday, so we won't see her anymore. She'll be back to just visiting the house.
She'll come in, shower, sleep, poop, and go.
And go, yeah. That's about what she'll do.
Until she figures out she can do it on the clock, and then she probably won't even be home for that.
Pickle said both kids are back in school there too. It's
Yeah.
It's funny. They need that break for the holiday, but then they also need to get right back at it. So I think Cub is actually going to sign up for 2 online classes.
She was kind of mad last night. They messed up her schedule, so she went to the wrong lunch period because her schedule, the paper schedule, said where she was supposed to be. But when she followed that paper schedule, when she went to her class after lunch, the guy said, you're in a blah, blah, blah advanced class. And she said, no, I'm in this class. And he said, no, this is this class. And she said, well, my schedule says this. And so you're wrong. Well, then the guy was like, no, you're wrong. Get out of here.
And he said it much nicer than that, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's enough to throw her completely off. And then she went to see her favorite, Miss J. And Miss J was not there. And she is also not there today. So our
Miss
girls-
J's her guidance counselor.
Our girl is feeling a little anxious.
Yep.
At best. So.
Might have to add a little more grease to this because it's releasing some, but not a lot. We'll throw a little more in there. It doesn't say to. It just says xanthan gum, but I don't have any, so we're not using that.
No, we can't use what we don't have.
Yeah, and it's a thickener, and you would only use it for keto, so we're just not going to use it. It's be the same as cornstarch, but.
Tom says she should have went into full Karen mode and demanded to speak to her manager. Well, that was the purpose of going to see Miss J. Yeah.
So what we're doing, Tom, is she's always had a lack of confidence and believing in herself to an extent. It's not like a whole she's completely defeated all the time, but it's being able to confront something wrong, being able to stand up for what's right and for herself.
Coda is here.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Hello, love keto. So.
Hello, welcome to the Bear Cave.
Okay, so to kind of fix what Lee said about the Cub is witty, and she is very dry humored, and eventually people are going to love that. But as a kid, they don't necessarily like that. And she gets told she's snarky a lot, which she is snarky. But she's snarky in all good ways. And we refuse to change her snarkism. So,
yeah. But like most kids, though,
it just doesn't translate well.
They have a hard time standing up for themselves and, against authority when they are right, when authority is wrong. And it's just saying, questioning, not really, rebelling, but just like, wait a minute, this is what you said, and it ain't right.
So how is it my fault? It is not my fault. It's someone else's fault, and I need someone to help me fix this.
So that's where we're really kind of working on. So if they would come back and be really rude and crappy about the situation, then Mama Bear would go in, because if I go in, there's a good chance we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. They don't like when either one of us went out. They don't like when we go in, period. And they don't like that I know a little bit about what's going on, and I bring people with me to support what needs to happen. Lee.
Like
The awaited Messiah's word, keto.
Oh, hey, hello, good morning or afternoon. Welcome to the Bear Cave. We're trying out this new recipe.
All the guys are talking about like
Keto's biscuits and gravy.
how they make gravy, and they're like, is it grease? Is it this? Is grease like the product, like
So
the best part of the gravy?
Well,
it needs to be a little wet.
So when you make your gravy, you need fat, flour, and milk or some kind of liquid.
Tiny Tim. Sheena sent Tiny Tim to you.
Oh, well, hello. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Bear Cave. So for the newcomers, you're kind of wondering why it says hashtag cooking through cancer. That's what I have. And one of the, the recommended things to try to do is stay off sugars. So we're trying keto. So we're just bringing everybody along with us while we try keto. I'm also type 2 diabetic, so we're trying to really keep off sugars, white starches, and ketos work because my sugar numbers, because of the treatment, have been higher. But I could just imagine what it would be if we were eating junk again, So anybody feel free to send some ideas or recipes around. We'll try them. And if we don't like them, well, then it's just not for us. It's okay.
Low budget also helps right now.
Yeah.
Given this is not a cheap illness.
We're still fairly new at the whole keto thing, so.
Oh, nothing.
You look like you were saying something.
No. Okay, so Man Meat BBQ. I had a moment of dyslexia, as Lee calls this. He says, okay, I'm back. I lost internet. And I read, I lost interest. And I thought, well, dang, that's pretty ballsy. But cool. Thanks for the comment.
Well, I won't say I lose interest, but because they took that tumor out of my brain, I do have moments of where like the CD skips. So I'll have some moments where my brain skips. And then I'm just like stuck in a loop, 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 loop,
yes.
loop. And then the wife smacks me in the head and then I'm back on track.
The awaited Messiah said that he was type 2, but not anymore since keto.
Awesome.
Congratulations. We've had issues, when we were doing this and his sugars went down, and he was really maintaining. He was doing a great job. And it truly is the medicine that just throws him through the roof. And y'all get on him because he does not listen to me. See, I'm going to use your friends against you right now. You're welcome.
That was part of the reason why we're doing the live Wednesdays, is to keep me honest, to keep me on track, for them to call me out.
Mr. Bear right there is supposed to be writing down everything he eats, and I have not seen a track record yet this week.
Yeah, they want me to do
a food log.
A food journal, and I just haven't done it yet.
So I need you to do the food log. So if y'all want to mess with him a little bit on that,
like
just ask about it, that'd be great.
So I've got a spot when I check my sugar number and I put it in my phone on this app. There's a spot for notes, and I'll write in there like this. It's been this long since I ate, or this is what I ate X amount of time ago. So I do add that in, but not every time.
Touchy just said that he did caramel pecans on cinnamon rolls yesterday. That would blow the sugar scale. Yes, it would. It would blow his sugar scale through the roof.
That was wonderful.
I would be quite happy. Maybe it would put him to sleep. I know that's the incorrect usage of high sugar. However, some days it is a benefit.
So I do not have a quarter cup. So we're just going to wing it. So it says a quarter cup of almond flour.
Do you still have that?
That was a third cup, and I used it in that.
Okay, so do a little less than the third. Or, wing it.
That's probably about a quarter, don't you think?
I don't know. I'm not visual like that.
That's a quarter cup.
Tom Food Factory said his ex-wife never listened to me either. She said it's because she was deaf. I'm skeptical. Yet Lee says...
But you know what? My wife is deaf, and if she doesn't have her ears in, oh yeah.
Okay, he's not even being funny. I really can't hear him. That's how he skated through the first, 20 years of our relationship.
So that was roughly a quarter cup of almond flour. Now it says to add salt, pepper, crushed black pepper, or crushed red pepper, and xanthan gum. I'm not going to do that because it's a chorizo and it's already seasoned.
Yes.
So then it calls for a cup of chicken stock. So what I did is I took 2 bouillon cubes and a cup of hot, like boiling water.
This could end up being very salty, so we need to be aware. Bouillon is typically salty.
Yes. So let's get that mixed in. And then it says to add in 2 cups of heavy cream. So I hope this is 2 cups because I'm not measuring. It's a 16-ounce thing.
It's not 2 cups.
What is it? A cup?
Wait, it could be. Honey, look right there.
Cup's 8 ounces.
Okay, so you're good.
Just trying to be, add a little bit of drama factor. Because the Cubs aren't here, we got to add a little drama factor.
Tom said I got my ex-wife a cochlear implant. It works great. It has an off switch that she used quite a bit. Yeah, my off switch is I just take the devices out. However, I do get the looks because I can mine Bluetooth through my phone, so I can make phone calls. I can listen to music. I can listen to anything. So I have to alert them that I'm listening to something, or I still don't hear them.
Now, it's been 15 minutes. So if you want to give it a couple more minutes and then check them. Now we done
I know I have a timer.
Oh, well, you told me I couldn't pay attention. I paid attention.
You did. I'm impressed. You
See?
Multitasked.
Now we're just going to keep stirring this until it thickens. I'm going to turn the heat up just a tad bit.
Sheena said you measure like she does. Okay, and Lee's measuring works great in cooking. It doesn't work at all in baking.
That is true.
He doesn't like to measure because he is all knowing and all powerful.
Well, no, it's just I'm just not that organized. I don't try to be that organized. I could be.
You choose not to be.
Yeah.
So when something doesn't turn out right, it's because you chose.
Yeah.
For it not to turn out correctly.
Well, kind of.
Dear.
Kind of.
If you don't.
So for my new keto friends, question. I posed this the other day, and my question is, why is it whenever you try a new diet, the first thing you do is bake? Like you try to find the baked goods to replace the donuts or the cookies or the brownies that you really love, but you didn't really make those that often. And that's kind of like the precursor whether the diet's going to work is if these cookies taste good or if these brownies taste good. So I was just curious as to why that is.
Tom's Food Factory said, I think Lee needs to put a lid on that pot and some hot charcoal on it to help it cook. Negative, sir.
Yeah, that was the kids won't let me live that one down.
Well, had I burned that top.
You've got paint all over the thing.
But it's not burnt.
And technically, I was supervised. If you guys look back at the video, she was 10 feet from me.
That doesn't mean I pay attention.
I was supervised.
And you don't listen to me.
So I was supervised. You can't even use that as an excuse.
Then you're just being insubordinate. Because
see? Trying to push the blame off. You were here.
Oh, sir.
Oh, if this would have been something with the kids and I was in watching them, you would have reamed me for the next 20 years.
Because they're children. You're a grown man, dear. Does anyone want him? I would say he's free, but he's so not free right now. He's the most expensive thing I have in this house. I'm going to go check your biscuits right now.
Yeah, you're at 19 minutes. Yes. She is something else, isn't she? But anyway, much love, much love. So I got the heat up on the medium now. We're just trying to get this to thicken up. And this is where that xanthan gum would have helped to thicken. But I think I can reduce it a bit. Get her hot and just keep her moving. Let's see. What else did we do this week? So far, do they look good?
I baked them quite well, thank you.
Yep, Mama can bake.
Can I put them right there?
Yep, set them right here so everybody can see them. What do y'all think? They look really good. I think they do. They kind of look like cheddar biscuits. They browned up nice. Ooh, yep, here we go. I went up to a medium. I'm starting to get some boil action. I was looking at my biscuits. I wasn't even paying attention.
Huh.
It's hot.
Tiny Tim says, I do keto heavy on the meat to fill myself first. That is how I prefer keto. Heavy on the meat with some vegetables.
So is that more carnivore? Because as I get into this and I'm looking stuff up, there's like so many versions of keto that it's insane. There's like classic keto, then there's dirty keto, then there's carnivore keto, then there's vegetarian keto, then there's I just get confused.
I think that I would call it keto that I don't end up hating myself because I can't have anything that I really like. I would like to just eat I don't know, I like hamburgers. Just feed me a hamburger and tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, and that works.
Yeah.
Been doing a lot of like eggs, bacon, hamburgers here lately.
The Dude's Kitchen and Grill.
What's up, Mike? Now, I believe Mike is in the process of getting on the podcast.
I don't know.
Yeah. At least that's what Mr. Maggs was talking about.
Tiny Tim said he does it that way so he doesn't eat as many baked goods. That's how I am.
Yep.
If I fill myself with like hamburgers, I don't eat as much stuff.
The problem that I got with that is if I go get like a chicken, like a whole chicken, whether it be a rotisserie or chicken thighs or whatever, I could eat the whole bird, the whole thing.
Well, that's why you put some vegetables
and
on
then
the plate
I'm like,
as
oh,
well.
now I'm stuffed, and then I don't want the vegetables.
Sheena said, check out Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Sean Baker on YouTube.
I love Ken Berry. That guy is good. He's the guy that said bacon is wonderful.
Oh, of course. That's why.
I actually got my dad watching Ken Berry. Yep. He's helped me out a lot. And then there's another fella. I can't think of what his name is right now. What the heck's his name? I don't know. But there's a couple other guys that I watch too. The Diabetes Army. I started following him on Instagram. And I guess he's been doing some videos or TikToks, I think it was. He hasn't done any YouTube. He does TikToks, just like little motivational things for the day. The one guy, I can't think what his name is, but he's a type 1 insulin-dependent diabetic, and dude's built like the Hulk. He's huge.
I know who you're talking about.
And he's always talking about the different effects of, and he uses facts, like from research books and stuff.
Sheena said, eat the whole bird. I eat 2 pounds of meat a day, of protein a day.
Ooh. Well, I felt bad the other day. I got a thing of these Jack Links. No, not Jack Links. Lumberjacks. They're beef sausages. And I was cooking them up. I cut them in half and I put them on my griddle and I was cooking them up. I ate 3 of those and 3 eggs. And I was like, man, I feel wonderful, but I felt kind of bad because I ate just about the whole pack. And I didn't share.
Well, you also don't like proportions.
Yeah, I'm not much of a portion
You
person.
struggle there. Pickle said he'd be sad without vegetables.
Some days I just don't want to mess with them.
I
Then
know,
there's some
but you
days where I'm
need
like,
to.
We're
slacking on our veggies, man.
We've been buying, like, we go to Sam's Club and we get those prepackaged salads, and I love the one broccoli salad one, but then I get to where I don't want to use the sauce, and I don't want to make a sauce, so then it just sits in the fridge.
So
I'm trying to substitute when we make the sauce. We're substituting the white the white sugar for coconut sugar because of the glycemic index, or the Trivia, because everything else I found doesn't agree with my taste buds. So those are the 2 sugar substitutes that I've been using. Monk fruit's pretty good, but you almost gotta grind it up a little bit finer to get it to absorb right.
Well, it depends. I think they're just.
Yeah, because Cub made one.
I think Cub just.
And it was so gritty, and I was like, Cub, and she's like, hey, she really didn't want to make it to begin with, so it was kind of a, hey, I didn't want to do this, but I did it anyway.
James Ramsdale.
What's up, James?
Yes.
I got your package.
Oh, I know who that is now.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
He said, "What are you making?" He's making keto biscuits and gravy. Yeah, that's all I have. I want to be excited. I'm not there yet. The biscuits do look better.
They look biscuity. They do look cheddar biscuit.
And they smell good.
Yeah.
I just worry about that taste. I think this will be my last try here, babe. Like, if I don't like these ones, I might be like, dude, we're done with the biscuiting.
Well, and there's lots more recipes to try.
Yeah.
And this month's challenge for Cast Iron Wednesday is biscuits and gravy. So I got at least 3 more tries.
Yay. The Survival Buzz. Say hello.
Hello, how are you? That's another new name. Welcome to the Bear Cave.
Tiny Tim has said hot sauce is your friend and Primal Kitchen sauces.
Primal Kitchen, that's another guy I like watching. But the hot sauce, I like the tiger sauce. It's a little sweet, so
it probably has a lot of sugar.
But I use very little bits of it.
I know.
Like a couple drops.
I just wonder if it's those little bits, babe. But
yeah, but I do have some regular hot sauce, Tabasco's in there. So I gotta watch it because I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to heat.
You are.
I am. I did the years and years and years ago. We did the challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, where you get the hot wing, wing challenge. And I tell you what, I had people like boost away, crying because I was crying so much. They were laughing, they were crying, I was crying. My nose was running like the damn Niagara. It was just crazy. And they said, maybe this isn't for you. And I was like, maybe not. And I didn't eat. I think I finally finished the wing, but it was just one bite. Boom. Tears are rolling. I mean, I needed a bib because my shirt was soaked. It was nuts. But that was back years and years ago, and it hasn't gotten any better.
I just want to say, y'all, we have a lot of new people in the chat, which is awesome. And it looks like a lot of them are keto folks and things like that. So if you haven't checked into some of these other channels, check them out, see what they're doing. Invite them to your channel or like their channels, subscribe to their channels. This is how we learn. This is how we build community. This is kind of why I think you guys started doing this. So just throwing that out there. Stephen and Jacqueline said you need some Trinidad and Tobago. It's Tobago hot sauce. It'll blow your socks off.
Well, he throws a Scotch bonnet in his Cheerios. The guy's nuts.
But you enjoy that.
I enjoy watching it.
You would have enjoyed that, 5 years ago, 7 years ago.
I would have probably tried it.
Yeah.
Pickles is more the sweet guy. He likes hot stuff, but
I like buffalo-y stuff. I like some spicy stuff.
yep. The buffalo chicken dip we make is just enough heat.
Some days I think we need to get it a little heatier.
Yep, there's sometimes where it's just a little too much, and you're like, whoa. But
there are limits. Like, I don't need to eat like the hottest Dorito in the world. I don't like those talkie things. I don't like.
Now the kids do.
The kids like it because it's cool.
Well, I think it's more the fun of saying talkie.
I don't think that's a fun word.
Well, but it's different, so okay. It's not. Yeah.
But I want to enjoy the food. I don't want to just taste the heat. It needs to go with the food.
So we're thickening up decently. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit more.
Yes, Pickle said it best. I like super spicy, but those spicy challenges are just blazing hot with no flavor. Exactly.
You know what I want to do? There's a place called the Pepper Palace. So the creator of the Carolina Reaper opened up a spot because he's up here in Fort Mill. He opened up a spot called the Pepper Palace, and I need to go in there and get some stuff. He's got everything. We need to go up there and try it out. Well, not really. Just go in there and walk around and look, because I'm sure I could walk in the door and my eyes would start watering.
I was going to say, you'll baby out.
Yeah.
However, I could get a sauce there for my brother, because nothing, and my nephew, nothing is spicy enough for them.
Yeah. Cub tried the Carolina Reaper sauce one time. Guy had a barbecue sauce at a competition, and he's like, "You want to try it?" She tried a little bit, just a little drop on her finger, and boy, it lit her up. But she was proud as all get out because she was the
only one who did it.
She tried it.
What beef jerky did my brother get? Was it Carolina Reaper beef jerky?
Something like that, yeah. I think it was, or habanero. It might have been Reaper.
I think it was
Ghost Pepper.
Ghost Pepper beef jerky.
Ghost Pepper.
And I tasted it. It wasn't pleasing. It wasn't like, oh, this is really hot, but oh, this is really good. It was just like, bleh. Not my thing.
Hey, Dutchie, if you're still in here.
He's there. He said, I like spices, but medium on the chili.
Check this out. We're starting to thicken up when you can go like this. Yeah, you're starting to thicken up. We're reducing pretty well. But we want to get it to where when I do this, that it doesn't fall back in. And this is where that xanthan gum would have
made it thicker.
Helped it thicken up. But hey, we're rookies. We're trying.
Does anything have anything fun going on this week?
Yeah, what's everybody doing this week? Any big cooks? Anything exciting? Anything worth like going to the doctor? Or I mean, that's not exciting, but
that's our life. So does anybody else have something else?
That part's an adventure for us. We go to one tomorrow.
We do.
That'll be interesting. We do the A1C tomorrow. So that's probably going to be
outrageous.
We should take bets on how high you think it is.
Touchy said my arm would drop off by now with all that stirring. This is his endurance training, dude.
Yep, this is part of my therapy, my physical therapy.
I also made him clean his garage and.
Dude, I'll tell you what. So she gave me static about my garage, like the other half of it's a mess.
Was it noted like so? It was constructive criticism in a sense, like it needed to happen.
Anyway, so I'm out here for like hours, just messing around, kind of moving around, doing stuff, and then I got about an hour and a half before we go on the show last night, and Whew. Well, once we got off, we cleaned up, put the chairs away, and all that stuff. I had to go sit down and just prop my feet up for about an hour. I was whooped.
Well, that's the therapist in me,
Yeah.
though. I got to get you like work conditioning and work hardening,
Yep.
and you're not wanting to do that with
we
me.
did in the Monday. I had pay and we took the dogs for a mile walk, so that was cool. Probably do another mile today with the dogs.
Tiny Tim asked to find exciting anything that you have that is going on you're looking forward to.
So
That's exciting.
So on the list, diarrhea is not exciting, but
Well, it could be exciting.
No. We don't. That's not exciting. That's not exciting, share worthy experience.
Well,
but
just saying it could
like a dinner date.
The life.
A dinner date would be exciting. Going out to eat with the parents, trying a new recipe for a video, something like that.
Yes, Sheena, that is what wives do. Wives do push. We push our spouses, our partners, to doing what's good for them, and later they will appreciate it.
And I gotta say, through this whole ordeal, she's been kind of like not nagging, but kind of like, hey, little nudge.
You need the nudge.
And she's been understanding, because there's days where I just look at her and I'm like, you need to back up, and that's it. So, but that's all part of this. But we can't really talk about your job because of laws. But you're going back to school.
Yeah.
So you can tell them about that. It's not really exciting.
Tom said wives call it pushing, men call it nagging. It's all the same. If I tell Lee, ask Lee to do 2 or 3 things and he doesn't do them, and then I ask again, like the next day, he's going to call that nagging.
Right. You don't have to remind me every 3 months to get something done. Back in the day, the way I would define nagging was if she kept on me about doing something and I had to do it without beer. If she said, put the beer down and go do this, that was nagging.
However, in my world, what I say is things like this. And this is just who I am. It's who I have been for 21 years we've been together. This is not a shock to him. He should really know this. If I say, hey, Lee, can you, take out the trash? It really means, can you get up right now and take out the trash? Because if I have to go do it, if I walk past it one more time, I'm going to do it myself. So I typically just do it myself now anyway.
I will do it when I get up. If I just sit down and prop my feet up and then she's like, hey, I need you to go do this. What's the urgency? An hour and 15 minutes.
I don't like to ask for things to get done because we all have eyeballs that can see it needs done. However, my eyeballs seem to work better than other people's eyeballs in this house. That's what I'm saying.
Look at that, Dutchie. We're getting there. This sauce is looking really good. I mean, it's a gravy, but I've never put the chicken stock in it.
It might have gotten a little too runny, but...
Well, I'm supposed to have the...
Dude's Kitchen said that's all part of our master plan. Wait till it gets done. Someone else will do it. Oh, and the Dude's Kitchen girl agrees. With Steve. Who's Steve? Who's Steve?
Steve's Dutchie.
Oh, okay. Oh, wife should be fitted with an off switch.
I've tried. And there's no TV remote made. VCR remote. It works. Mm-hmm. I even tried the stereo remote. Nothing. I bought a universal remote. I bought 3 different kinds. Yeah, no. Brand new batteries. None of them work.
I hear you.
Not for a lack of trying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Remember, right now I'm your wheels.
I know. So I'm not.
You might want to, come back to this discussion when you have your own wheels again.
So I'm not supposed to be driving yet. We're allowed to if I have somebody with me, but it's kind of been really wonky at times, so I kind of try not to drive. So she's my chauffeur. So if I need to go somewhere, then she takes me.
I also can change all your passwords, and you wouldn't know how to fix that
I tell you what. So
to anything.
y'all know the struggle. You get a new phone. This is the first phone I've had in like 5 years, and
Pickles said,
I don't know any of the passwords.
Pickles said, "See, you were mad at me for mentioning spam. All of you are going to get in trouble. All of you."
So I get my new phone. I'm logged out of everything because I don't know any of the passwords. And I had them all set up at one time 5 years ago. Like I tried doing StreamYard today, and it said, "Well, you need to sign in." I'm like, I don't know when to sign in, so I had to wait and try to restart. And then it says, "Oh wait, no, you're here. Never mind."
Yep.
Oh, look at that!
You would be in big, big trouble.
Look at this. We're getting there.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oop,
sticking up. I can see it.
It just splattered. Yeah. So I want to give a little shout out to my nephew Logan. His birthday was yesterday. And my cousin Ryan, whose birthday is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of birthdays coming up.
Logan turned 16 and Ryan turned 40. 40.
And he's one of the babies.
Yeah. He was in the middle of the pack there.
Well, there's only two younger than him.
Three.
Yes.
So we had, 13 grandkids is what we figured up?
12 or 13 of you first cousins on that side. Yes.
And so Ryan was kind of like towards the bottom there. So we're all getting old.
Your family did it in packs. Well, that sounds really wrong. But
yeah, that sounds really bad.
But like you have two cousins who are your age exactly.
Yes.
And Ryan has two cousins that are his age exactly.
Yes.
So right there's 6 of you. That's like the bulk of you.
Would be 4. Younger Ryan.
Okay. That you said my cooking shack is called the doghouse because that's normally where he's at. You know what? Lee has one of those too.
We're in it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Pickle said, what's our cast iron fun fact or tip of the day?
You know what? So I got a piece of chainmail. It's a chainmail scrubber for Christmas.
From the girls.
And I saw, a couple other guys doing them. And they recommended them, whatever. And I was like, okay. So we ordered one, and it's just about this big. And it's just chainmail. That thing's awesome. It is the best cleaner, like skillet cleaner. It doesn't scratch anything up. It is awesome. I love it. So you can use the chainmail scrubber. And it works a whole lot better than a hard bristle brush. It works a whole lot better than, a green scratch pad. Because a green scratch pad, if you scrub on it too hard, it'll pull your seasoning off. This doesn't. There we go. We're looking good. Looks like some of the grease separated, so I might need a little more flour. I said what, a quarter cup? That's about what I put in there. So, look at that. That's all right. So our grease is separated, so I probably should have took some of that grease out. Let's pull it down. Let her thicken a little bit more. Just let her cool down a bit. What?
My kiddo canceled tonight.
One of your kids?
One of my kids canceled. He's sick. Lots of my kids are sick right now.
Yeah, that flu or whatever's going around again.
Whatever. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that makes it very difficult. And given that, I work with special needs kids, it wipes out their little systems. It just makes me sad.
Let's taste for seasoning.
James Ramstill said, fact, chainmail is a great scrubber. Just don't use the hanger part. It will scratch the cast iron.
That tastes more like chorizo than it does the gravy. So, let's add just a tad bit more. Yeah, I really like that chainmail scrubber. Splashing all over the place, huh? We're actually going to have a heyday. Don't have any more milk. This looks really good. I'll just let it cool down a bit and thicken up. Try to get. Looks like it started separating. I don't have any. Yep. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. All right. That looks good.
Oh, they've all said thank you. Like they want my kiddos to get feeling better. Thank you. I hate when these kiddos get sick. I really, really hate it.
Especially, I mean, they're special needs and they've already been through and are going through so much that they don't even know.
Well, their little bodies just,
And
they don't come back as fast.
Like they don't even know that they've got
some of them don't.
Problems,
Yeah. Pickles asks, how long does your propane tank last on average?
Well, we've been on this one for about a month, and we're about half full, according to the gauge.
The awaited Messiah's word, so that looks good. Thanks for having us. You are welcome here anytime.
Thank you.
We never know what he's cooking until he decides to cook and tell me what's being cooked. Just saying.
We will. I'll get a picture later on and put up as a thumbnail, and then, if you guys want the recipe or whatever, I can put that on somewhere. Yeah, we got a lot of fat in this, so I might have to. I don't know. It just seems like it needs something else.
Well, you made it completely different than you make regular gravy.
Yeah.
Like when we make regular gravy, we put
But this looks more like a chorizo sloppy Joe.
Well, it could be good that way. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not going to call it a fail because, it still looks edible. It's kind of pasty. It looks like it broke. But if you see, aside from the grease.
I think where you went wrong was adding the broth. Not because you messed up.
No.
But whenever we make gravy, we never add additional broth other than milk, which you also added.
Right.
So
and it looks
that
like,
might have been the issue.
It looks like, if you look kind of close, the almond flour seems to have clumped instead of being absorbed. I don't know. We'll try it out.
Pickle said, chorizo's great, but greasy. You know what? It is, but this he didn't have a lot of grease in, which was really weird. I don't know.
And then now we're almost done.
You might just have to let it sit for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the heat off. Pro tip: cut the tank off and let it burn out whatever's in the line.
And watch, I'm gonna throw a fancy word out here for me: residual cooking. See, I listen to you.
Residual heat, you know it, baby. Because, as you know, cast iron will hold heat. And this stuff, it's like exercising. When you get done exercising, you're still hot and sweaty. And so the pan still just got done working out, right? It's hot and sweaty. You don't just start breathing normal. and you're cooled down at room temperature, you have to kind of take your time and get there.
There's a whole process
The rest.
about breathing and the length of time it takes you to get back to breathing back to normal with lung volume and cardiac output. And it was great in theory, though, honey.
The analogies there.
Basically, the better shape you're in, the better physical, cardiology, pulmonary, all of that, the better shape you're in, you can return back to that pre-exercising faster with the better shape you're in. But
Once
that's
again,
okay.
she ruins my theory.
Paybacks, baby.
Wow. Something else, baby. All right. Well, let me get this plated up, and then we can all enjoy. Scoot this over.
Can you keep mine separated?
I'm going to make one.
Okay.
We'll do the thumbnail. And then, do you want to taste it on camera?
No, I don't. I just don't want you to make a plate because I could have to doctor mine.
Well, we got hot sauce.
Do I use hot sauce?
You might.
No, I don't use hot sauce.
Let's see if we can get one of these out.
Ooh, Tiny Tim said, my wife cooks down heavy whipping cream instead of almond flour or coconut flour and gravy. She makes killer mushroom gravy like that.
Cooks down.
Heavy whipping cream. So cook that down to where it's thick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pickle said he's down with that metaphor. You can be down with that metaphor, but it is incorrect.
It makes
in
sense
some
to the
ways.
people who don't understand, who are learning.
I said you were close. Sort of.
Makes sense to the people who are learning. Now, let's get a little bit of this. I'm using the holes because
You don't want the grease.
I don't want all the grease. I mean, the grease really separated.
It's dripping.
Yeah, it really separated. I don't know.
Oh, well, you said you have 3 more weeks. Maybe you can try this Tiny Tim's method.
Just cooking down the heavy whipped cream. That's, normally I just use the heavy whipping cream and regular flour. But what do y'all think of that?
Tilt it down just a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Tilt down. There you go. There, you can see it a little better.
Now,
Sheena said that Tim's wife learned that from her. Thumbs up. So there's places you could go to see that in action.
yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if they have that on their channels or what's on their channels. You'll have to check that out later. But it's a
Put a
possibility.
little parsley on there just for a little green.
You're all about the parsley.
Well, it helps break up the whiteness of the dish, of the plate, right? How's that? Hot sauce is in the house. I forgot it.
Shall I go get it?
No.
Tastes like legit gravy. You can add whatever stock you want. Just cook it down.
I don't know. It was looking really good, and then I don't know. It broke.
Did you want me to go get hot sauce?
It broke. Do you want hot sauce? Yeah, go.
I don't want hot sauce.
Grab that and a tiger sauce. We're gonna fix up another plate here for Mama.
Please leave this separate because I use other things. I don't know if I will on this, but I use other things.
So Mama says, I'll tell you what, the biscuits look decent. They're not sticking. I mean, a little bit. And just run the fork around. But they look good. So let's go ahead and cut her open. They don't tear like regular biscuits, that's for sure. It's probably because of the cheese.
Oh, goodness. That is a lot of gravy.
I'm telling you.
Or grease. There's no gravy. There's no gravy.
Okay, so the biscuit tastes cheesy. which is all right. You want your gravy on the side?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it's separated. Some fierce.
It's a lot. Like you can't really tell on camera, but it's a lot. Like you're right. It looks like sloppy Joe.
It's like a broken sloppy Joe.
Sheena's like, I can't stand almond flour for treats, and for treats I stick with coconut.
Coconut flour. Now that one, I probably should have used that because it absorbs so
That's
much more.
Plenty.
You need a fork.
Well, I don't have one in this bag.
There you go, baby. Give that a try, and let us know. Do you want some hot sauce
Oh,
or tiger sauce?
no.
A biscuit?
No. I feel like I'm eating a sponge.
I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the tiger sauce.
No, you're not in the camera. I don't know where you're pointing it, but I'm looking. Go to your left. Go to your left. Go to your left. Go to the other side. Lee.
What?
I'm telling you. You can only see your arm.
Oh.
Hold it. Back up and turn it. It's cut off.
Anyway, for
guys.
1 teaspoon, it is 0 fat, 95 sodium, 2 carbohydrates, 2 sugars, and 0 protein.
Okay. So.
Our little Tabasco sauce. Doesn't say.
So the gravy is just chorizo.
Yeah.
It's like I'm eating ground chorizo with a sponge on the side. I'm sorry. They looked very pretty, but they taste like you put a sponge in your mouth when you're chewing it.
So you need hot sauce?
No, I need a garbage disposal.
Oh. Okay. Well.
I'm sorry, y'all. The biscuits look really good.
Well, then I guess that's all I can do here.
You've done it.
I'm done.
It's a rare thing that I'm like, no.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you all for joining. I'm gonna sit down and take a picture and then try it. And I got to do my numbers first, but we'll see what happens, and then I'll let you know Sunday how it worked out. But what we ended up doing to make it better. But hey, this is real life. You get a new recipe, you try it out. Sometimes it's a winner, sometimes it's a foul ball. But we're going to keep on trucking. So we're going to get out of here, and everybody have a great week.
Oh, I'm just going to throw this out there real fast. I really don't sponsor anybody at all, but it just came across my phone. It says it is National Keto Day at Papa Murphy's right now. There's a $2 off coupon for any crustless pizza.
Oh.
So, National Keto Day, y'all.
I didn't know we had a National Keto Day. That's awesome.
Okay.
So we tried it. Wait, I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. It just came across, and I thought it was very fitting for what you did today
thing, yeah.
and all that. But if Papa Murphy's wants to sponsor us, we are open.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Great.
So with that, we're gonna get out of here. We'll try another keto recipe Wednesday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see what the girls want to do Sunday.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at. And remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.